Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad, you know, the BJP has demanded the Prime Minister's resignation today. The Prime Minister says he's ready for a debate and a discussion on all the issues that you've raised. Why won't you hear him out on the floor of the House?
We had a debate on the CAG, Nidhi. The PM said, I have appointed Shuglu committee. In the light of that committee report, I will take action. That committee castigated Sheila Dikshit administration. A method in madness in the loot, the words of Shuglu committee. What happened thereafter? In the 2G, we brought into account the serious infirmity and irregularities in the role of Chidambaram. What happened thereafter? PSC was examining the 2G report. When the embers of fire sought to reach the PMO, Mr. Nair was summoned by the PSC. What behavior was done by the Congress members of PSC is too well known. We all have the highest respect, but it is not an isolated incident. From the 2G, from the Commonwealth, to the airport privatization scheme, to the CAG, on Colgate. Now, what is this Colgate? It is very important, Nidhi, for viewers to know.
No, but before I come to that, I'm only asking that, you know, there is one aspect of this, which is the CAG's report and what you are alleging. And on the other hand, wouldn't you at least want to hear what he has to say? You can still demand his resignation then, but why not have a debate on the floor of the House?
But the point is, that is an issue. But what happened to the series of debates we had on the series of scams of this government? Was any positive action taken?
But that doesn't mean you'll stop debating. That doesn't mean you'll stop debating.
But that is also our point, to agitate for his resignation. On the coffin gate, the Congress party did not permit the House to transact for 2 years. They boycotted Mr. Fernandez. And the same CBI under the UPA gave clean chit. There is nothing against in the whole coffin gate scam. Kafan choro ki baat kahi gayi thi for 2 years by them. They were pleased, Nidhi. We are on very concrete grounds. Mr. Manmohan Singh is presiding over the most corrupt governments in independence. Scam after scam is taking place. We demand his resignation. The only reply is, have a debate. Debate comes about. He gives all the homilies, no follow-up action. The people are getting deeply disturbed. Okay, that is the larger issue of accountability we would like to highlight.
Okay, before I come to the Congress, Mr. Prasad, there is one point of view though, that the reason the BJP doesn't want a debate on the floor of the House is because there were states ruled by your party that also opposed competitive bidding and the auction process, and that's on record. So you don't want to get into a debate on this because that can expose the BJP's role in this as well.
I'm so happy you have asked this question. I was waiting for that. From 1993 till 2005, 70 coal blocks were allotted. In the BJP government, only 33. And between 2005 and 2010, 146 blocks were allotted. Majority when Dr. Manmohan Singh was the Prime Minister. Why? The whole auction competitive bidding mechanism was deliberately delayed for 8 years. Private players knew that the rules of the games are being changed, and therefore they benefited, because once you get a coal block, your worth goes up. As far as the state's objection is concerned, Nidhi, don't forget, in the screening committee, the coal secretary, the chairman, the representatives of the steel ministry, the power ministry, the railway ministry, and others. And the final allocation is done by the coal minister, who affirms the screening committee report. The representative of the state is only one.
But the point is that BJP states did say that they are not in favor of changing the policy. That was their input. That was, and it's on record. The letters are here.
No. Yes. I am also having the letter. Mr. Raman Singh only stated, please ensure that the existing units are not disturbed. And if you want to go for bidding, then give a part of revenue to the states. But Nidhi, the crucial question is this. Their advice was disregarded. The competitive bidding mechanism was put into place. The law was passed. Delay was done of 2 and 3 years again thereafter in framing, notifying it. Therefore, it is not a case that you stop the whole process because of certain states' objection. You did go with the change. You deliberately committed a delay of 8 years. They had their objection in 2005. Okay, and in the process, a bounty of 146 coal blocks were allotted.
Okay, so you're saying they ultimately did whatever they wanted to do, disregarding what the opinions of the states was. Manish Tiwari, today the Congress party said, and I quote, that the opposition is trying to make an issue out of nothing. Should the Congress be so dismissive of this CAG report? Because in public perception today, to be very honest, if people had a choice between believing the government and believing what the CAG says, it's kind of a no-win situation.
Yeah, well, that is the irony at times. You know, people tend to believe myths, you know, and disregard truth. And truth has a habit of emerging later on and proving the myths to be wrong. But be that as it may, let me come to some of the substantive aspects of the argument which my dear friend from the Bharatiya Janata Party has made. First of all, you know, if they are so convinced about the efficacy of their case, if they are so convinced about the merit of their argument, why don't they come on the floor of Parliament and make those arguments so that everybody gets a chance to make their averments and they also get to hear the rebuttal, and then this nation is able to decide after a conclusive, holistic debate as to who is right and who is wrong.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app. Fully optimized for retina display. Full screen view. Faster response time. And Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.